evening, good day, depending on where you're watching us from today. If you're new here, good to see you. My name is Claire. I am a registered nutritionist and I love everything about food and nutrition plus exercise, and hence the reason why I do this channel, which is basically more related or looking more at nutrition and looking more at food and looking more at wellness and just trying to understand how we look after our bodies, because as I mentioned before, and as again something that I'm very particular and very careful at and very interested in is our bodies, because our bodies are the temple that we have, or rather like the body that we have is the thing that we need for us to be on this world, because the moment we cease to be in our bodies, of course that's something that we will no longer be on this world. And as I always say, it's gonna be dead, and of course once we are dead, we're no longer needed on this world. And hence the reason why we need to look after our bodies very well, because it is what the mandate that we have to be able to walk and live on this world. And so I love challenging myself, doing different things that are related to food, that are related to exercise, that are related to health in general. So a couple of weeks ago, I did a challenge and we did like 30 days of intermittent fasting, which was interesting because I had a couple of people that I knew were doing the challenge together with me, and myself, I benefited quite a lot, got to lose quite a chunk of weight from that, and that's something that I will definitely want to be doing again. And if you stay until the end of the stream, or if you watch until the end of the stream, I will be talking a little bit about intermittent fasting, because the challenge is back again very soon. And so after that, I was thinking about something else, because I've realized that if you're doing things like challenges, it actually gives you the discipline to be able to challenge your body, or to be able to tell your body, Claire, you can do better than this. Claire, you can kind of in a way jump starting yourself into a healthy lifestyle. And so like about 11 days ago, I thought about it and I decided we will be doing a hydration challenge. And somebody was asking me like, what do you mean hydration challenge? You just want to have people drinking water for 100 days. What is, like, is there not anything else that you want them to do? And I was like, yes, it's more like hydration, because I realize we drink, there's so much talks about water. There is so much information about water. Somebody can think water is easily, readily available. Next to me here, you can see my jar of water, which basically you can think that should be basically an easy thing to get around the house. But the water still, a lot of people end up in hospitals. A lot of people end up with health issues because of dehydration. And so I was telling myself, I will challenge myself to drink at least 2 liters of water. Don't get me wrong, it's not that I wasn't drinking, but I drink more teas and coffees. And sometimes when it gets colder, I'm more of like finding an excuse why I shouldn't drink water. And I thought, I'm going to drink my teas and coffees as extras, but I will still have my water, at least 2 liters of water every single day. Whether it's winter, whether it's summer, it's autumn, the season doesn't matter for me. And so I began the journey 11 days ago, and I'm so glad and so thankful to a dozen of us that are doing this together on a community on Facebook. I've been amazed to see the comments. I've been amazed to see some people are literally drinking 4.5 liters of water. I'm seeing clips of people sharing themselves drinking their water through the day. I'm seeing clips of people like basically sharing hacks about their drinking their water, which has been really exciting. And so I thought 100 days of just hydration doesn't really look really interesting, and so I'm trying something new every single day together with the people on this challenge. And so this week we started off with challenge of encouraging ourselves to do squats. I'd never realized in my life that I don't know how to do a squat. And so it's been like kind of a challenge, just trying to get myself down and up. And I'm still dressed up in my work clothes really. But I've just realized that it can actually be a challenge in itself, trying to do like really proper squats. So like going down and up, going down and up, going down and up. And you can do that with me. And the good thing with the squats is that you don't necessarily even need to dress up with that. You can go to the toilet, do your squats. When you're at work, do your squats. When you're waiting on the bus, do your squats. When you're doing whatever you're doing, you can do your squats. Because it's just so easy for you to be able to add it as part of your routine. And so I've just been telling myself, 100 days of hydration. Why not do 100 squats every single day? And every single time that I'm doing this, I'm actually discovering that it's more the technique that matters, because you can do squats and you can just basically go, and you come back and you will not be engaging any core muscles. But then if you're doing it properly, your legs might be hurting because of course lactic acid accumulation, but that should never discourage you from continuing to do it, because after some time you get better. And hopefully, I hope in 100 days to have perfected the skills of doing a proper squat, and that's something that I will be really, really thankful for and grateful for this challenge. And of course, as I said, it's not just myself who's doing this challenge, even though it's something that I'm challenging myself. I've actually been doing with a couple of people, and I've actually realized, I was saying this to myself, it's so easy for me to come here and talk to you guys about change, about life, because I don't live with you guys. I live in a family. I live with my husband, with my child, and my sister. And it can be so easy for me to talk to you guys because I can do different things and just come and do other things on YouTube. But when it comes to people that I live with at home, it must be something that I do that will convince them to see actually what I'm doing must be working for them to be able to join me. And so over the last couple of maybe weeks, I've literally been talking to my sister, and every time she sees me waking up going to run, she's just looking at me and she's like, oh, did you go for another run? How was the run? And I'm like, well, okay, it was okay. And then 2 days ago, she woke up and she told me, you know what, Claire? We're going for a run together. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. But if we go back a few days, 11 days ago, she was actually the first person to sign up for the challenge. And so would you join me today to bring in here my dear sister, who we're going to talk a little bit. When I come over here, I don't know how we will do this. We will talk a little bit about the challenge. It's a bit disorganized here, but don't worry, we'll get it sorted out in the end. So, hello, good evening.
Hi guys.
Hi, okay, just tell us a little bit about yourself, like what's your name? Let's start with the name. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Linda and that's a little bit about me.
And Linda, what is your favorite food? What do you love the most?
Really, my favorite food. Back at home, it was ugali and mrenda, but now mrenda is African vegetables, Kenyan. I think most of the Kenyans know it. But since I arrived in the UK, things changed, and I'm finding it a bit difficult to say I'm having a favorite meal, but anything spinach to me works for me.
So you're more vegetables, though you're not vegetarian. Don't say that you are vegetarian, because I know beyond that my sister is not vegetarian.
No, I'm not a vegetarian. No, I'm not a vegetarian.
You're not a vegetarian. I was a vegan for 6 months, and I will talk a little bit one day about my veganism one day on this channel, but today is not the day of talking about veganism. So Linda, you have been on this challenge for 11 days. Just tell a little bit of those people who might be viewing this later in time, what really motivated you to join the challenge?
Actually, what motivated me to join the challenge is the fact that to some people they might say drinking water is shopping, gluten, but when I actually arrived here, the weather here is so tricky in such a way that you might end up being there naturally for the whole day without taking any water. So I reached a point I realized I could go the whole day without taking any water. So when Claire mentioned about the challenge, I was like, okay, why don't I give it a try? And apparently what I can actually say for me it's working, because keep on telling myself, Linda, you have to do this, you have to take the water. So yeah, despite my motivating myself in such a way that by the end of the day, I have 2.5 to 3 liters of water.
Wow. And you know, just something else to say about Linda, because she said about in the morning she wakes up and she takes her glasses of water, but she also wakes up, and those of you who know me, they know my big water bottle. So she does, the first thing she does is like she takes my bottle, she fills it up for 2 liters for me, and then she makes my coffee. And whenever you see me talking about I've had my coffee, she does it, and then she's like, there you go, there's your water, there's your coffee, off to work. And then she will be doing all the other things, which is really, really sweet of you and so kind of you. So Linda, you've been doing this for 11 days, and you're saying like you're drinking at least 2.5 to 3 liters. Are you just drinking that's water, or does, if you drink something like coffee, does it count towards your water intake as well?
No, apparently when I do coffee, I've come to be a love of coffee, something I really didn't have to do. But
Bad influence.
when I do coffee, actually I don't count coffee because I do most of the coffee, and especially the environment I'm working. I do coffee like every other 10 minutes. I'm taking coffee, so I don't do counts for coffee. I only do counts for water because to me the hydration challenge is more of water than coffee.
Wow. Yeah. And for me also, usually say that it's cheese and coffees are like bonuses, and then water is the challenge. So I'm doing 2 liters because, as she was saying, some people will be like professional water drinkers. They'll be like, are you doing a challenge on drinking water? That's not a problem at all for me. But for some people, we might struggle, and it's just like kind of reminding us that, because of course we know water is important. Like I've just realized I had a lot of breakout that like you can see a bit of dark thing there. And it's just because I was constantly forgetting to drink, but because I'm drinking much more, I'm seeing it with my skin. I'm seeing it with
talking
my
about
skin as
breakup,
well. Yeah.
My face actually was so bad.
Yeah.
At one point I thought maybe the climate, but after I started the challenge, taking at least 2.5 to 3 liters of water every day, I can see a difference in my skin. I can see a difference in the color of my pee, and the sweaty nights are normal because I think my body is now functioning. Yeah, in even my digestion system to a point has really improved.
Yeah.
So I don't have this stomach upset or thoughts.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it's working for me.
And to be honest, I think with the skin, I really attest to that, because when she came, she was like really worried about it, and we've tried so many things. We've tried soaps, we've tried creams, we've tried whatever, and then it's just like kind of it's really working. It's really amazing.
It's working.
But do you know why will water work? Because it's just flushing away toxins, isn't it? Because when our foods are digested and we break down the things that are in our bodies, the normal digestion, really, some of the things, the processes eliminate waste, and we need to get rid of that waste. And I was saying, like, I had one of the, as by the privilege of my job, I've interacted with people from all walks of life, from different parts of the world, and I had this girl that I was talking to that all that they were drinking was Coca-Cola, and you could see even the skin was looking like it's really dehydrated, because it's concentrated fluids that you're actually drinking to try and flush out concentrated toxins in the body. It doesn't work like that. So you need to dilute them and get rid of them, and that's how we sweat, because sweat is a way of removing the toxins. But you can't sweat and then not replace it. So that's why, like, really drinking water
Very true.
and just looking at you, like standing and looking more deeper at you, is like really that skin has really
It's
improved.
working, yeah. And on top of that, decided, apart from the hydration challenge, only I decided to start the morning rounds.
Yeah,
It's working for me. The first time I did, was it 3 kilometers?
yeah.
I did 3 kilometers.
Yeah.
And I managed to finish. I'm really proud of myself.
You should have seen me, like I was smiling, like, oh my
It was
veins.
it was a bit tricky because at some point I was feeling so thirsty. I had not carried any water with me, but I kept on trying, and immediately I reached the house. I took like, I don't know, 5 glasses of water.
That's a good hack. Next time we're going for a run, remind me to bring you some water. I can carry it for you as I'm running, and then I'll be following you at the back and saying, like, do you need water? Do you need to stop and rehydrate? That was, wow. So, I mean, you know why? And then just another thing, so that we don't really make this to be so long, Linda, is like, now that you have been doing this, and of course hopefully you will be doing it for a longer period of time, like, do you find it just cold water? Do you drink cold water okay, or do you drink warm water, or do you add anything in your water, or how are you hydrating yourself?
Okay, I would say actually we are not a sweet person, and Claire can certify to that. So if you happen to get me taking alcohol, drink it maybe when you are coming from maybe lunch or dinner somewhere. But I actually just take room temperature water for me once. But mostly in the morning, I must be clear of this. But okay, I really don't want to say it's an advice to anybody. When I wake up in the morning, mostly I do a little bit of cold water, maybe like 1.5 glasses, because yeah, to me the cold water in the morning, yeah, the fridge one really works for me for us jumpstart. But from there, I just take normal room temperature water all throughout the day.
It's funny because some people talk of warm water as a jump starter, other people talk of cold water, and it's a similar thing. I was talking actually to my colleague, because you're saying to me he has solar panel in his house, so which means when the sun is outside, he doesn't pay a dime for his electricity. It's basically free of charge because it's a solar panel that is powering his house. But so he was telling me like, oh, I'm running home to go and put on my to warm the bath. I want a hot tub, and I was asking him, hot tub? It's summer. Why do you want to do a hot tub? Most people are actually talking about a cold bath, like a nice bath, rather than a hot bath. And he was like, ice bath is good to kickstart your heart, but the hot bath is good for your muscles. So it could be different things that are doing different things, and maybe it's something that I will do a bit of research on it, just to know cold, warm, what really helps, because our digestive system go to sleep when we sleep. They sleep as well. They will be working at anyway, continuing to break the food we ate before sleeping. But then when you wake up in the morning, it's basically the metabolism that needs to be kind of in a way jump started. And she says cold water from the fridge. I can't drink cold water from the fridge, even though I drink like cold water. I would love to put a bit of lemon in it. It just gives me that flavor, and I find it so interesting. So another question. So you're doing running and you're doing your water. Have you done your squats?
Today I gave it a try. I actually woke up a bit late because when my alarm goes on at around quarter past 6, I am always downstairs and try and do some 2-3 things. But today I went late, so by the time I'm coming downstairs, I only had like 30 minutes to either do my stuff quickly and go to work, because I was reporting to work as early as 7. I should have been to work by 7, so I was trying to gamble in between doing the sports and actually preparing myself to go to work. But I managed to do a few. I did like 20 or something. But yeah, I think. But to be sincere, to me, I think the running really works for me.
Yeah, so we'll continue running.
Or maybe after the running yesterday, today my muscles are a bit painful. So
An excuse. And you know the most interesting bit is, you should have said this was funny, because we were watching, we're doing like those a YouTube clip that we were doing, all of us were following. So Linda was on that side, I was on this side, and then my little boy Kem was in between. And it was really funny to see like 3 people exercising. And I was looking at them and he was asking, Mommy, why are you doing that? It's so difficult. Leave it alone. Do the other thing. And my sister, she's just like
I was trying out. I was trying, and see, first time doing this thing on a screen. Yeah, it's so challenging because you get confused. Is it you're supposed to follow the person who's doing it on the screen, or you're supposed to follow Claire? So a bit of challenges, but yeah, I'll catch up.
Well done. So we are going to go away because we need to cook dinner, and I don't want this to be very late, very long. But Linda and I will be coming back again because we are doing this challenge. We are challenging ourselves to challenge each other, and that's why I usually say the importance of an accountability partner, because we're doing this in our private Facebook group. It just makes it much more easier for kind of trying to monitor all the things that are happening there, but it's like with really committed people. It's been really interesting to see.
And it's working. It's
Yeah.
working, guys. It's working.
Yeah, so it's one of those things that we will definitely come back again, because we are here for a long time. She will hold my hand and say, you did not do it today. Like the other day I came back home, was like, I don't want to drink water. She's like, I see you. You
Because
must
if she
do that."
doesn't, I'll be the first one to blow the whistle and be like, you are telling us to do the challenge now. You yourself are not doing it. Because every time in the evening, when we come to the house, you're like, have you finished your 2.5 liters? Have you finished your one? Yeah. So it becomes a bit tricky. And there's this guy on Facebook, Benson, who has really kept us on toes.
I've done 4.5 liters. You're like, huh?
Because Benson does even 4 point something liters, and we're like, okay. So yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, so if you still want to join it, man, just drop a comment and we'll show you how to do it. Even though, to be honest, I think it's a bit late because we're doing new regions and new things every single week. But what I wanted to say for those who are watching until now is, over next week we are reintroducing intermittent fasting. So we've done intermittent fasting for 30 days and it was really incredible, and there was so much changes that we saw with many people doing it. And are you going to be joining the challenge?
Yeah. Because actually, I just want to work on my body. I want to invest in my health. So
I will hold the account for that. Hold the account for that, yeah. So we will be doing, but not for 30 days. So you're going to be only for 21 days. And we will try maybe once or twice a week to come live, like a session like this in the evening, just to do like a catch up with you guys, and then continuing with our hydration, with our sports as well. And I can't wait to see you. You're my project. I can't wait to see you how you turn out after 100 days.
Yeah, when we start the intermittent fasting, actually let guys know my weight. So we shall be doing the observation of my weight, my skin, and maybe some other things.
So we will come back on Monday because that's day 1 of the fast, and Linda will be my guinea pig. She will take the weight, and then I'm not going to take the weight this time around because she's doing it for me. Yeah. She will take the weight, and then I will be working with her on this routine. And then after 21 days, no, we'll come back after 7 days, after 14 days, after 21 days, and see the progress. And boy, I am excited. I am really looking forward.
Really excited. I'm really looking forward for the 21 days of intermittent fasting.
Yeah, well, so I'm sure it's been really a great pleasure catching up with Linda, and we shall be doing this again on Monday, as I said. But apart from that, I hope you guys continue to be blessed. If this has been a blessing to you, or if you love what we're doing, why not leave us a like, click that share button. If you haven't subscribed, why not consider subscribing? Join the tribe. Come and do life with us. Come on, let's do this together. Let's enjoy.
Invest in our health.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then, before I forget, guys, for those who continue to like, to subscribe, and also to share, thank you so much. I'm so grateful because you continue to give us that and that willingness to continue to serve you this way. That's such a great pleasure, and we thank God that we can be able to do that. As always, my prayer for you is that you will continue to prosper and be in good health, even as your souls prosper, and that you will know you are highly loved, you're highly favored, you are the chosen one of God, so you are highly loved, chosen, favored, and we shall see you again on Monday. So it's goodbye from me and goodbye from Linda. Bye-bye.